Tonight on the news, Governor Sanwo-Olu gives a 30-month deadline for delivery of Mile 2 Okokomaiko Blue Rail Line projects. Plus, experts call for proper measures to curb online violence as the way for safety of journalists. A very good evening to you, and it's good to have you join us on News at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. I am Anuluapo Oluwatoki. President Bola Tinubu has for the first time commented on the forthcoming off-cycle governorship election in Bayelsa, Kogi, and Imo states, calling for free, fair, and peaceful conduct. The president stood for peace when he presented flags to governorship candidates on the platform of APC ahead of the November 11 elections in the mentioned states. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State is gunning for a second term, while Usman Ododo is contesting to replace Governor Yahaya Bello in Kogi State. Timbre Silva also has opportunity to aim the number one seat in Bayelsa State after due to his first spell that was truncated in 2008.
The public opinion as of today is that APC is the party to beat in these three states. We are very excited about it. We are still working because it's still work in progress. And to the glory of God and by His grace, we'll be successful in these elections.
We did not stop campaigning. We decided to still do our village-to-village campaign, house-to-house campaign. And today, even the PDP is aware that fair contest, they can never win that election.
APC in Kogi State doesn't have any opposition. There are no match. What we are just waiting for is the day for us to announce our victory. They know that.
Meanwhile, contractor handling the Blue Line Rail system has been given a 30-month deadline to deliver the second phase of the project for Mile 2 to Kokomaiko along Lagos-Badagry Expressway. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu disclosed this at the official inauguration of Yaba Overpass Bridge, which eliminates vehicular movement on train-level crossing in the axis. Musa Toliet completes the report.
The collision between a Lagos State staff bus and crew on PWD railway crossing on March 9 this year was a wake-up call to avert a future reoccurrence. The Yaba Overpass Bridge is, however, one of the 5 bridges completed by the Lagos State government in order to separate vehicular and train traffic on the Red Line rail track. The event presented a platform for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to reaffirm commitment towards the completion of the Red Line rail system by the end of the year.
We will also be starting the testing on the Red Line before the end of the year, but it's not going to stop.
An enhanced safety of lives and property along the rail corridor.
We want to thank Mr. Governor and want to assure him that the bridge will be well maintained. As I've said, we will not use it
security, more security around this, because we want these things to last.
The bridge takes traffic from Murtala Mohammed Way into Ojo-Elegba Road over the rail tracks. In Lagos, Musa Toliat, NTA News.
Moving on, experts have called on relevant authorities and agencies to stem the tides of online violence against journalists by safeguarding the digital space through proper education and awareness. This came to the fore at a symposium organized by the Media Center for the Promotion of Safety Awareness to mark this year's World Day for Safety of Journalists. The report.
Right. Only the living can. Over the years, harassment of journalists has become a recurring issue, and this has negatively impacted the jobs of some journalists, made some homeless, the press, and even killed many. This event is called to action for safety of journalists as Media Center for Promotion of Safety Awareness, MACPOSA, brought journalists from different organizations together to orientate them on safety measures, especially in the digital space.
Journalists operate under very dire circumstances, and that we're appealing to all members of the society, the government, NGOs to work to keep journalists safe and provide a conducive environment for journalists to do their job.
We need the journalists to make reports. We need the journalists to create awareness. We need the journalists to also let other people know of what is going on in the digital space.
Other stakeholders also emphasized the need for balanced reportage as this will curb online attacks on journalists.
Important that the government of Nigeria should enact more laws that are streamlined, that are directed towards online bullying, towards behaviors, what we call responsible behavior online.
Journalists hardly report their own feelings. They report incidences as they happen. So when things happen, whether they are bad things or negative things or good things, journalists must report. And of course, without journalists reporting, you will be starved of the real information out there. And so every time I always appeal, journalists must be kept alive, must be kept safe, must be kept secure.
Colleagues, the hazards are there, but there are things we could do to help our own safety. And that is why
some students who were also at the workshop say it is timely as it has broadened their understanding of the usefulness of the digital space.
Today's program is a very informative one. As for me, it has taken me to another brighter side of education. I've been able to extend my knowledge on the internet, how to prevent cyberbullying.
Stakeholders are of the opinions that violence against journalists must stop because they are the mouthpiece of the people and governments in dissemination of information, and the need to stay alive to keep the society updated is paramount. The theme for this year's workshop is Mitigating Online Violence Against Journalists. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA News.
In the same vein, putting a stop to impunity for crimes against journalists, expert says, is a prerequisite to guaranteeing freedom of expression and upholding justice in the society. In this special report, S.A. Wamaka examines recent crimes against journalists and the dangers of continuous exemption of these offenders from punishment.
Independent journalism is the bedrock of a democracy. An independent press provides the public with facts and holds the government to account. But this important position puts journalists at risk. The commitment to investigating and revealing the truth makes them a target for attack or even death. Some of the crimes against journalists include attacks and restrictions on the coverage of social protests, the use of judicial mechanisms on journalists, especially on matters of public interest, and the increase of forced exile of journalists in some countries. According to reports, nearly 80% of cases of journalists killed around the world for doing their jobs remain unresolved, and this ugly trend continues unabated. But the question is, how can society ensure the safety of journalists and the freedom of the press?
Reporting truthfully without taking sides, being neutral. So first, journalists will have to protect themselves by getting the right equipment to do their work, protective gears. They don't act that they're not safe. And then secondly, as much as possible, and the respect of the warring parties.
The damaging impact of crimes committed against journalists limits public awareness and covering up of human rights abuses.
What we write aids development. What we write improves the society. So if we are not writing, the world will suffer.
In recent times, ending impunity for crimes against journalists is one of the most important and difficult challenges faced by journalists in the exercise of their profession. but it is a precondition to guaranteeing freedom of expression and access to information for all citizens.
Section 22 of the amended 1999 Constitution confers the journalist with the power, the authority to monitor governance. What is so serious in monitoring governance? Governance is just to monitor the level of achievements recorded by somebody, a personality holding an office. It is not a probe. So why should people shy away from being monitored?
Checking this criminality or impunity against any individual, particularly journalists that are in the line of their duty, doing their legitimate job, is crucial. But it now depends more on the weakness or otherwise strongness of the country involved.
As the world marks International Day to End Impunity for Crimes Against Journalists, analysts call on the government and other relevant agencies to condemn crimes against journalists by implementing and enforcing clear-cut policies to ensure journalists' safety. In Lagos, Ese Owamaka, NT News.
You're still watching news at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. We'll be back after this timeout. Please don't go away.
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the OneXBet account. Click on the Take Part button. Place bet and take part in the jackpot draw. Feel like a winner with OneXBet. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
How market? My country people, how market? How market now on our ogbonge program to showcase to una different markets wey boku for market all over Lagos, whether na clothes, home appliances, electronics, provisions, foodstuff, and any type of goods wey you dey find. Name am. How market na the show for una. You go fit know where dem dey sell am and how much dem dey sell am. And if you be market seller and you dey find program to showcase your products, goods and services, na how market be the show for you o. Join us every Wednesday by 7:30 p.m. on your ogbonge station for excellence, NTA Lagos Channel 10. For more inquiries, make una call 080. We dey ready for una.
Lucky Spring from OneXBet. Take part in promotion with cool prizes. Bet on any sports events. Get tickets. Have a chance to win cool prizes. The more you bet, the greater your chances. Use promo code to get a welcome bonus right now.
Glad to have you back. You're watching news at 7 on NT Lagos Channel 10. And on foreign scene, Zambian ex-president Edgar Lungu stripped off retirement benefits. Details of this with Christiana Tomoluju.
Zambia's government has withdrawn retirement benefits and privileges from former President Edgar Lungu following his decision to return to active politics. Mr. Lungu lost the presidency to Iken Eklima in 2021, after which he announced his retirement. After 6 years in office, he left the country facing serious economic issues as Africa's most indebted nation. The former president has already been notified about the immediate withdrawal of his retirement benefits and privileges, according to government spokesman Cornelius Mwetua. Meanwhile, an Australian woman has been charged with murder over the suspected mushroom poisoning deaths of 3 people. Erin Peterson was arrested on Thursday morning, and police have spent the day searching her home east of Melbourne. Ms. Peterson, 49, had served the family lunch, after which the crew, who included her former in-laws, fell ill. A 4th person survived. Toxicology reports suggest the victim consumed death cap mushrooms. Ms. Peterson maintains she is innocent. She has said she did not intentionally poison her guests. Her former husband, Simon Peterson, had also been invited to the family lunch, but was unable to make it at the last minute. Erin Peterson was named as a suspect by police after she and her 2 children appeared unarmed after the lunch. Police in the state of Victoria took Ms. Peterson into custody on Thursday. And that's on Foreign News. I am Christiana Tomoluju.
And on entertainment news, award-winning Afrobeat stars Star Rema's Calm Down makes history on Billboard's pop song airplay chart. Oindamola Daramola has the details on entertainment tidbits.
Platform chart data. Rema and Selena Gomez, Calm Down, has spent 52 weeks on the pop song airplay chart, which is a new chart record. The global smash hit already made history by becoming the first African song to reach #1 on the pop song chart in a feat that captured the song's urge popularity in the United States. Moving on, Nigerian Afrobeat singer and grandson of the iconic Fela Kuti, Made, and his wife Njoye have walked us down memory lane on how they met back in secondary school. Speaking with Bella Niger during their wedding yesterday, November 1, 2023, the blushing bride stated that they met in secondary school, and at the time, Made was a school father. They were good friends at the time, and after graduation, they departed ways. Until 7 years after, when the singer returned from London after graduating from the university. While on foreign scene, Kim Kardashian has revealed her ex, Kanye West, in living in an apartment without any of the luxurious amenities they shared in their Calabasas mansion. The Skims billionaire 43 made the admission during the new episode of The Kardashian on Wednesday. And that's all on entertainment news. I am Oyindamola Daramola.
Many thanks, Oindamola, for that entertainment tidbits. On that note, we wrap up the news at 7 on Nta Channel 10. Many thanks for your time. Benga Uloyede is standing by for the Yoruba translation of the news. I am Hanulu Akpo Oluwatoki. Good evening.
Ẹ kú àṣálẹ́, ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn ló ń dé sétí ìgbọ̀yìn láti iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó. Gbénga Olóyèdé ni oníròyìn. Ìròyìn rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu fún ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ètò ìdìbò yan gómìnà tó ń bọ̀ wá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ààrẹ béèrè fún ètò ìdìbò tí kò ní mú wàhálà dání ní ìpínlẹ̀ Bayelsa, Kogi àti ní ìpínlẹ̀ Imo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu béèrè fún àlàáfíà ní àsìkò tó nawọ́ àsíá olùdíje dupò gómìnà ní abẹ́ òṣèlú APC sókè ṣáájú ètò ìdìbò yan gómìnà tí yóò wáyé nínú oṣù kọkànlá ọdún tí a wà yìí ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Imo Hope Uzodinma ló lọ fún ìgbà kejì ní ìpínlẹ̀ Imo. Bákan náà, Usman Ododo ń palẹ̀mọ́ àti gba ipò gómìnà lọ́wọ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Kogi Yahaya Bello nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC. Bákan náà ni Timbre Silva ní àǹfààní láti gba àga gómìnà ní ìpínlẹ̀ Bayelsa. Àwọn kọ̀ǹgílá tí wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ojú ọ̀nà àgbàkọjá ti ọkọ̀ ìgbàlódé ti Blu-ray ni wọ́n fún ní 30 oṣù bíi gbèǹdéke àsìkò tí wọn yóò lò láti parí àgbékalẹ̀ abala kejì iṣẹ́ ti ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ tìgbàlódé ọ̀hún láti agbègbè Mile 2 sí Òkòkò Maiko tó wà ní ojú òpópónà ìlú Àgbádárìgì. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Babájídé Sanwó-Olú ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀ níbi ìṣíṣọ́lójú afárá márosẹ̀ tó wà ní agbègbè Yaba, èyí tó dínkù àwọn ọkọ̀ láti máa gba ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ reluwé kọjá ní agbègbè Yaba. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Musa Toliat tó mú ìròyìn wá sọ wípé ìforísọra tó wáyé láàrin ọkọ̀ tàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó tó forísọ ọkọ̀ reluwé ní ọjọ́ 9 oṣù kẹta ọdún tí a wà yìí ló fa ìtagìrì sí kíkojú àwọn irúbí ọ̀nà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ọ̀run mìíràn lè gbà jẹyọ. Afárá márosẹ̀ ti agbègbè Yaba náà ló jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú 5 tí ìṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ti ṣe ìparí rẹ̀ láti lè wá ìpínyà sí ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ ìgbàlódé reluwé àti súnkẹrẹ-fàkẹrẹ tó wáyé ní ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ reluwé. Ètò náà ló túbọ̀ pèsè ààyè kalẹ̀ fún gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Babájídé Sanwó-Olú láti túbọ̀ tẹramọ́ṣẹ́ nípa rírí wípé ìparí iṣẹ́ dé bá ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ reluwé kí ó tó di ìparí ọdún tí a wà yìí. Afárá ọ̀hún ni yóò kó súnkẹrẹ-fàkẹrẹ kúrò ní ojú ọ̀nà Muritala Muhammed títí lọ dé ojú Ẹlẹ́gba àti títí lọ dé ojú ọ̀nà ọkọ̀ reluwé. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìdí pàtàkì iṣẹ́ náà ní láti túbọ̀ mú ìlọsíwájú dé bá yíyanjú súnkẹrẹ fàkẹrẹ àti ìdáàbòbò ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá àwọn ènìyàn ìlú. Òkú akọ̀ròyìn ni wọ́n sọ wípé kò lè ní àǹfààní àti fi gègé kọ iṣẹ́ bí kò ṣe wípé ẹ̀mí ń bẹ láàyè. Fún ọ̀pọ̀ ọdún púpọ̀ ni ìkànlábùkù tó ń wáyé fún àwọn akọ̀ròyìn ti di ohun ìgbàdégbà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ìpèníjà náà ló ti di ọ̀kan nínú àwọn ìṣòro àti ìdojúkọ tó ń fa ọ̀pọ̀ ìpalára bá iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe tàwọn akọ̀ròyìn ní gbogbo ọjọ́. Èyí tí àwọn ìpèníjà náà ti sọ ọ̀pọ̀ akọ̀ròyìn di ẹni tí kò nílé gbé, pàápàá jùlọ tó ti fa ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì bá ọ̀pọ̀ akọ̀ròyìn nídìí iṣẹ́ wọn tí wọ́n yàn láàyò, tí ó sì ti mú ẹ̀mí ọ̀pọ̀ nínú àwọn akọ̀ròyìn lọ sí ọ̀run àrèmábọ̀. Ètò yìí ló túbọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀kan pàtàkì láti képè fún ìgbésẹ̀ ààbò lórí àwọn akọ̀ròyìn bí ẹ̀ka tó mójútó ètò ààbò lórí ìkọ̀ròyìn ṣe tẹ́pẹpẹ ètò tó kó àwọn akọ̀ròyìn papọ̀ láti onírúurú ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ tí kò wọ àwọn tí ń ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yàn láàyò fún ètò ìlàlọ́yẹ̀ àti ààbò tó péye lórí àwọn akọ̀ròyìn, pàápàá jùlọ bí ayé tìgbàlódé dígítà ti ṣe farahàn ní ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ ìròyìn. Àsùnjì lórí Nta Àṣálẹ́ ìní, Jésù Tán Moses ti wà níkàlẹ̀ láti mú ìyókù ròyìn wá fún yín ní èdè Ògùn. Gbẹ̀ngà Olóyèdè kí yín, ire o.
Me kudo torido mi kwa bo do energy son Nta Ch10 Moses well o tobogan Bola Tinubu now o ratita ko doho do o vibra hinawayi to seja sififo to nado de betole do temeta ide ay matagan to Bayelsa Kogi bodo imo sin ay mateme o tobogan iro boso bio do jomio FIFA nitin to ay matagan do pome bodo na o yemehe yin o to tole ni yemehe bayo to rido do o dagbe home dagbe po eso do hia do FIFA nitin o when we to sia o gbe APC ton zejora yemehe yin me na donu to ay matela me ay matagan hope uzodi ma when aso donu ra ro podogo to imo imateme ta ide ay matagan mo kere Usman Ododo, when you mehira donu, taidi ay matagan, nadu jeteme, nam o mehin ya belo, to kogi si ay mateme to din, enato son, toleme, mokerewe to impressive, so na you mehe donu, to ay mate, etome don, to vonwe eto otology, where do here, no, o torido tin, no, bay tole, when you de, na you get, to o no te me o me he to azonwa na to dike mo do zo hunlio he toson marina so yi okoko ni o de he in biwa to de wa ko na osun aweda ohoya aweda do to kasa come yirin wazon bo dike mo do ye fo o pakazon lo he ko zena ye na to dike mo do o ai gba hun lo e de zo hun e bi railway lo wa yin de he mo fifo ay matagan Babájídé Sanwó-Olú wedo holo to nu e wali ho he bwaga to dasa o so hunli o he tin to yaba to nu e to toroba yi e wa do yaro to deno su a woni mate holu ko to ori awu na do so modo ye gba o ali ho he so hunli o monko to to go to awon mate me na do dike modo ye brother now you go ni to bo awu do to menule to ay mate lo me yeko wayiro yemehin o nunyu eto nukonto numo kumo nule do yeni wazun kanji to dike omodo yeba hiho do le zon wa to leji o kolo he do to o nu wa me na do frin egbe si azan he ko de do vo na do modo ye penu kun nu he hiho do dagbe o ni no me he yon na o me le zon wa to le when you de he do here do ko nu susu we betole no to funukun pé òun ní zọ́wọ́ àtọ́lẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ìyá do muiwa mana dike bo to manule na to avase ni he yo wa petore mo to wole bonu mo kere na o ni matin na to dike mo to manule yo no he to yi do to magayin no kon ba ji e da to wa yime he to ho to hologole biodo a soni wiwa to gba holu o petole putali to mo do ye ba ki ho do ni so wa to le ji na nukun ne to nukun nukun se to na o petole to avase mo do me kwenu na anyị na-akọ ala na ụtụrụ ebe na dozie do no konje e hafo na lo to buda ye kajo so to kuno se ko be me to da gbe.
Around the best in news, info, and entertainment. NTA 10. NTA 10. Channel in sports and documentaries. NTA 10. NTA 10. Even with movies.